My order of this investigation is to explore the diagnosis of mental disorders and how they've changed over time. Mental illness is defined as the psychological state of someone who has emotional or behavioural problems serious enough to require psychiatric intervention. This is also known as a mental disorder. The diagnosis of mental disorders have changed dramatically over the years. There have been 5 editions of the manual published by the American Psychiatric Association, the current edition being the DSM-5. This is also known as the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. There are steps that need to be taken for a diagnosis to occur. First step is to visit a doctor or a mental health care professional. They will then conduct everything from physical exams, lab tests, and a psychological evaluation. In accordance with the DSM-5 and all its listings and your evaluation, they then will make a diagnosis. There are different classes of mental disorders. The main ones are addiction disorders, anxiety disorders, personality disorders, schizophrenia, and other psychotic disorders, and mood disorders. There have been many manuals published by the American Psychiatric Associations, ranging from DSM-1 to what we're currently in now, the DSM-5. They each have major differences between them, but the one with the most recent differences are between the DSM-4 and the DSM-5. In the DSM-5, they have made a revision to the ADHD diagnosis. Dementia has been completely reclassified, and the previous categories of Asperger's, child disintegrative disorder, and the pervasive development disorder are now unified under the heading of autism spectrum disorder. Diagnosis is defined as the identification of the nature of an illness or other problem by examination of the symptoms. The way that diagnosis has occurred has stayed very much the same, but the actual illnesses that are diagnosed these days are a lot different than what they used to be. For example, in 1968, the DSM-2 listed homosexuality as a mental disorder. Now, these days, we celebrate the right of gay marriage. Personally, I never knew that homosexuality was ever listed as a mental disorder, and doing this research really helped me see how diagnoses have changed and how the actual illnesses have also changed. For further research, the journals at the library would probably be a lot more reliable than the internet, as they come from the direct source. But as to who this helps society, basically anyone with a mental disorder. So each DSM model has more and more mental disorders listed in it, so this helps people's mental disorders be recognised, and it helps them get the help that they actually really need. And yeah.